Hello everyone. So in the previous class, we were studying ANOVA, analysis of variance, and what we have found in ANOVA is that hypothesis testing method is applicable over numerical continuous data, because the kind of stress which we were applying in ANOVA, that means taking the mean, grand mean, and then finding between and within some values we are calculating f statics, and then doing a comparison with a critical value. All these things now we were doing in ANOVA, and there are different types of ANOVA: one way, two way, mixed. Okay, different nice according to the problem statement we are having ANOVA. Okay, now in today's class I want to talk about chi-square test. Okay, and what is chi-square? Let's have a discussion. Okay, so chi-square, it is a statistical procedure, again statistical technique, just like ANOVA. It's also a statistical technique. All right, fine. It is used to determine the difference between observed and expected value. Okay, observed and expected. Now what is observed, what is expected, we don't know. Now we don't have any idea what is observed, what is expected. Just it has been told to us that chi square is a kind of a test which has been applied to find the difference between observed and expected. So we do apply this test over categorical values. So ANOVA was for numerical values, chi square is for categorical values. So remember what sort of test you have to apply on what data. Okay, and chi square help us in finding the difference between two categorical variables, whether there is a relationship or not. So in ANOVA also we were trying to find the relationship between two or more groups, whether they are having the same mean or not. So identifying the same mean is kind of a relationship identification only. Here also we are taking categorical variables and we are looking forward to identify the relationship between them. And this relationship can be identified by finding the difference between observed and the expected value. Now what they are, let's proceed, then only we can understand. So chi square is a statistical test to compare observed and the expected result. The goal is to identify whether there is a difference between actual and the predicted data. Okay. And it has been applied over categorical variables. Okay, fine. So categorical variables, you know what the categorical variables are. Something which can be written in a category or a class, they are called as categorical variables, such as animals, countries, and it can be like nominal, ordinal. I've already explained you what is categorical data. Okay, so for example, gender, okay, geography, people's food preferences. If I do talk about India, okay, so what is the relationship between these categorical variables? If I need to identify, I will apply chi-square test. Okay, so to calculate the difference between the two categorical variables is as a result of chance or because of the relationship. Okay, by chance or a relationship, and this is the formula for chi square. observed minus expected का square divided by expected, OI minus EI का square का summation divided by EI. Okay, so here, okay, it's like XC square, where C is the degree of freedom, O is the observed value, E is the expected value. Okay, degree of freedom I already explained you. Degree of freedom is been also present in ANOVA. Okay, it is actually the freedom between the variables. Either the variables are impacting each other or not. How much free they are. We are having two variables, two features like x1 and x2. How x1 is affecting x2, or how x2 is affecting x1, or neither of them are affecting each other. That means they are totally free. So degree of freedom. Okay, it is a statistical calculation that represent the number of variables that can vary in calculation. So degree of freedom can be calculated to ensure the chi-square test. You very well know about the degree of freedom, that the formula was k minus 1. If you are having three features, so degree of freedom will be k minus 1, that is 3 minus 1, that is 2. In yesterday problem statement only, we have seen how to calculate a degree of freedom. Okay, fine. So here we can apply a test, and these tests are used to compare observed data with the expected. Now, what is again observed expected? Still, we don't know, but it is been telling from some time that okay, this is the chi-square test. What we understood at this particular moment is chi-square test is applied over categorical data, not numerical, categorical data, and this is what we have to do. Observed minus expected का whole square का summation divided by expected. Okay, fine. So next, what are the fundamentals? Hypothesis testing I have already explained you. We are already studying hypothesis testing. We are trying to interpret and we are trying to draw the inferences. We are trying to speak something about the population with the help of a sample. That's what we are trying to do. Okay, fine. And we are having null hypothesis, that is the assumption, initial assumption. We are having alternate hypothesis, which is against the null hypothesis. Okay, fine. So that's what we already know. Categorical variable, what it means, it is also known to you. Okay. So we have to apply chi-square. We have to use chi-square. Okay. So again, as like there is an application for ANOVA. Similarly, we are having application for chi-square. Okay. It can be used to see if data follows a theoretical probability distribution like normal or not. So normal distribution is something which you can't skip. Okay, however, we don't have such data. We are applying this chi-square over categorical data. So in categorical data, what is the sense of normal distribution? It doesn't make any sense. Normal formal. Categorical में normal कहाँ से आ गया? Okay. Anyways, the chi-square test allows to assess regression model goodness of fit, the training validation, and the tester data. So these 2 points, right now, I am not preferring, because the test says that you are going to apply this on categorical data. Okay, fine. And you are saying right now that your data should be normally distributed. Theoretical probability distribution is normal. If there is a categorical data, so what is the sense of like normal distribution? Okay, let's talk ahead, and we will see if such kind of points again gets repeated. Okay, so There are two main things in chi square. One is the independence, one is the goodness of it. Okay. Independence, the chi square test of independence is derivable, that is it is a statistical test which examine whether the two set of variables are related or not. That means degree of freedom. That's what the independence is. So we do check whether the features are, whether the variables are independent or not. Okay. For example, in a movie, suppose we want to make a list of genres. Genres that means in a horror movie, action movie, something like that. Okay. And let us consider as the first, this is the first variable. Second variable is whether or not the people who came to watch these genres or the movies brought snacks at the theater. Okay, so the null hypothesis is the genre of the film, whether the people brought snacks or not are unrelatable. So, if this is true, the movie genres does not impact the snack sales. What is the sense of genres and the snacks? Getting the snacks. Okay, if someone want to eat the snack, it will eat the snacks. Okay, what's the sense? Okay, fine. Another is goodness of it. This is your independence. The variables are independent, obviously. Genre is independent. Whether you are going to eat the snack or not going to eat the snack. This is your independence. Next one is the goodness of it. So what is this goodness of it? Okay, in statistical hypothesis testing, chi square goodness of us fitness goodness of fitness determine whether a variable is likely to come from a given distribution or not. What does it mean now? We are having a set of value, okay, and we are going to apply this test to have value counts for categorical variables. The test demonstrates a way of deciding if the data values have a good enough fit for our idea to represent the sample data of the entire population or not. See, what does it signify? First, consider the example, then I will explain. See, we are having balls, bag of balls, with five different colors. Okay, we are having bag of balls with five different colors in each bag. The given condition is that the bag should contain equal number of balls of each color. The idea we would like to test here is the proportion of the five color of the balls. Each bag must be exact. Okay, so we are having a bags, we are having balls in the bags. Okay, and what we want here is whether there are same number of balls are present in the bags or not with the same color. Okay, that means the proportion of the five colors of the ball in each bag is exact or not. Okay, fine. So, fitness and independence, these two things are present in the chi square. We also draw the sample. Now, how does it put an impact? We do also draw a sample from the given data. This is a sample. We can have different samples. Okay, so according to it, if you are having different samples, it must be something like proportions of the data points in these samples must be same. Proportion of a categorical data must be same if you draw a sample. That's what this goodness of fit means. Okay, so here I'm having independence. Independence is quite easy. Okay, we are having one variable, we are having another variable, and this variable is independent of this variable. This is independence. Goodness of it means, okay, whatever be the data points you are taken into the sample, the distribution should have to be like proper. Okay, it should not be like unbalanced. That's what I think. Okay, unbalanced. Goodness of it means not unbalancing in the data. That is goodness of it. Okay, fine. Now, so let's consider an example, because without example nothing is possible. Okay, so let's say we have gender, and we are taking the political party preference according to the gender. We are having 440 voters. 440 people are there, including male and female. We are having 440 people in total. Okay, and we did just like a random sampling. Okay, to find out what is the political party preference according to the gender. Okay, so obviously gender is categorical in nature. This is categorical in nature, male female, and we are going to apply ची score on categorical data only. तो उसमें कोई इशू ही नहीं है. और पार्टी भी कैटेगरिकल है, रिपब्लिकन, डेमोक्रेट, and there might be some independent people also. So Republican, Democrat, Independent. Total is here it's mentioned. Okay, fine. So the data set is mentioned here. Fine. If you see the data, 100 male likes Republican, 70 like Democrat, 30 like Independent. Total is 200. 140 female like Republican, 60 like Democrat, 20 Independent, 220. Overall is 440. Okay, fine. This is how you have to prepare a table and perform the total. Okay, so total Republican likes 240, total Democrat 130, Independent total 50. So from here also the total is 440. Here also the total is 440, because the total number of people are 440 only, male female. Okay, now I need to talk about political party preference related to the gender. Okay, so the step number one is first to define the hypothesis. As like we defined the hypothesis is ANOVA, na? Here also we have to define the hypothesis. In ANOVA, the hypothesis was the mean of all the groups is same. That is null hypothesis. Here, what is the null hypothesis? In chi square, there is no link between gender and political party. So gender is also categorical. Political parties also categorical. Both are categorical. We are trying to find the relationship between the categorical. So don't forget this thing, that chi square test is applied to find the relationship between the categorical features. Okay. Now this is null hypothesis. What is alternate hypothesis? There is a relationship. भाई जो नल होगा उसका उल्टा होगा ना, अल्टरनेट, तो बात खत्म. Alternate is opposite to null. So H0 means there is no relationship. H1 means there is a relationship. Okay. Now step number two. Calculate the expected value. Expected value is calculated as row total multiplied by column total divided by total number of observation. So what is row total? Row total for male is 240 into 200 divided by 440, 109. Okay, check the row total for male. Row total for male. Okay, so that's 200, and the column total for male is 240. Yes, this is male, na? This is male. So row total for male is 100 plus 70 plus 30, 200. Okay, that is 200. And column total is 240. Okay, for male, column total is 240. Here it is 240. So 200 into 240 divided by total number of observation, that is 440. Total number of observations are 440. Answer is 109. Similarly, we can calculate the expected value of each of the cell. Calculate expected value of each cell. Each cell expected value. Okay, so that's what I am getting. This is 109. Now, how what female? How I'm going to get about the female expected value? What is the row total? Row total in female is 220. What is the column total for the female for this particular thing? How much it is? Yes, how much? Row total, column total, total number of observations. What it is? See the diagram. Row total. How much it is for the female? It is 220. Row total. What is the column total for the female? It is 240. So if I say 220 into 240 divided by 440, what's the result? What is the result for it? Okay, just remove this 00. Okay, and try to find what is the result. Okay, so let me do the calculation. Okay, fine. Yes, what is the answer? All right, it's 120. Fine. So as you are saying 120, see, don't okay, do the calculation and please let me know that this 120 is coming correct or not. Is it correct? Is it coming correct? 120. You can do it. Okay, 220 into 24 divided by 44. So this is 11 2 the 20, 11 4 the 44. 4 6 are 24, 26 are 120. Okay, so got it, 120. So 120 I got it here. So this is 109, this is 120. तो ये तो अभी इसकी एंट्री हुई है. Now again, I think it's still not over. It's still not over. Now I think we have to move ahead. We have to come here to check out this entry. Again, row total for the male. It's still 200. Okay, it's still 200. Row total for male. Column total for male. Here it is 130. It is 130. Okay, divided by overall total. That is 440. Is it or not? So the answer here it's coming to be like 59. Let's check. 200 into 130. Okay, 200 into 130. Okay, do the calculation. 200 into 130 divided by, okay, 440. 59.09. That's what the answer is coming. And I guess we are correct. This is 59. So we are correct. The answer is 59.09. Okay. Now for female also, for this one also, can you do calculate? What is the row total? Here the row total is 220. Column is 130. So 220 into 130. Oh, okay, okay. 220 into 130 divided by 440. So 220 into 130 divided by 440. Do it. What the answer coming? 220 into 130 divided by 440. Answer is 65. Let's see. 65. Got it. Correct. 65. Now proceed ahead. Now check out for this. For this again, row total is 200, column total is 50. So 200 into 50 divided by 440. Check it. So 200 into 50 divided divided by 440. 22.72. Okay, here it is. 22.72. Now look out for the female. Okay, so this row again, this row 220, column 50. So 220 into 50 divided by 440. So 220 into 50 divided by 440. Answer is 25. Okay, here is 25. That's it. So we have made a table of expected values. This is how we can find the expected values. Okay, got it. So don't get confused or something like it's very easy calculation. उसमें कोई ज़्यादा टफ नहीं है. Okay, बस आपको समझना है. Okay, just understand what I told you. Straightforward formula, that is row into column divided by total number. Okay, that's the formula. Row total into column total divided by total number of observation. That's it. बस यही करना और कुछ नहीं करना. Okay, so pick up each and every row and column. Okay, and total is 440. वो तो सेम रहेगा. Okay, fine. So you can get the results easily. Okay, fine. तो ये expected value है. Okay. अब नेक्स्ट क्या है? व्हाट इज नेक्स्ट? चलो देखते हैं. व्हाट्स नेक्स्ट? So you got the expected value. Now we have to calculate O minus E का square upon E for each cell. Observed minus expected. Observed minus expected का whole square divided by E. That's what you have to do. So observed minus expected. Okay. So what is observed value? What is observed value? Observed is, I guess, which is given. That is observed. So initial values given to me are that means here it is 100. Okay, 100. And expected came to be like 109. Okay, expected came to be like 109. So what it is trying to say? Observed minus expected ka whole square divided by expected. So if I do 100 minus 109, okay, so let's do it. 100 minus 109 ka whole square divided by 109. That is the expected. Okay, so let's do the calculation again. So 100 minus 109 ka square. So that is 9 ka square. That is 81. So 81 divided by 109. Answer is 0.7431. हाँ, I got it. 0.7431. सीधी सीधी बात है भाई. ये देख लो. ये आपका ऑब्जर्व्ड. दिस इज ऑब्जर्व्ड एंड दिस इज द एक्सपेक्टेड विच यू कैलकुलेटेड. ये आपने निकाला है. एंड द फॉर्मूला सेज दैट ऑब्जर्व्ड माइनस एक्सपेक्टेड का होल स्क्वायर. सो ऑब्जर्व्ड है आपका 100, एक्सपेक्टेड 109 का होल स्क्वायर डिवाइडेड बाय 109. इफ यू सॉल्व दिस थिंग यू विल गेट द वैल्यू एज 0.74. मिल जाएगा. सिमिलरली काइंडली फाइंड द वैल्यू फॉर दिस एंड ऑल. ये सब निकाल लो आप. ठीक है, काइंडली फाइंड द वैल्यू फॉर ऑल दीज. ओके, फाइन. ये आप कर लो. एंड देन कैलकुलेट द टेस्ट कैलकुलेट द टेस्ट स्टैटिक, ये निकालना है, दैट मीन्स टेक द सम ऑफ ऑल। वो आपको फॉर्मूला ये था ना, समीशन ऑफ ऑब्जर्व माइनस एक्सपेक्टेड का होल स्क्वायर बाय, तो समीशन था ना आपको, तो डू द समीशन ऑफ ऑल ऑफ देम। ओके, सो दिस this plus this plus this plus this plus this plus this, do the addition of all the values. Answer came to be 9.837. Before we can conclude, we must determine the critical static or critical value, तो देख लो भाई, what is the critical value? Before we conclude, we must determine the critical static, which requires our degree of freedom. The degree of freedom in this case is equal to the table number of columns minus multiplied by the table number of rows, minus 1. So it is r minus 1 into c minus 1, and a row minus 1 into column minus 1. This is your degree of freedom. Remember. Okay. Remember, in case of chi square, the degree of freedom is row minus 1 multiplied by column minus 1. In case of ANOVA, the degree of freedom was n minus 1 or n minus k. Okay, here it is r minus 1 into c minus 1. That means how many rows and how many columns are there. So actually there are 2 rows and 3 columns present. Okay, so we can find the degree of freedom as 2. Okay, the degree of freedom here is 2. Okay, now we can compare with the table. Okay, there is a table available to us. Okay, for significance level 5%, 5% of significance and 2 degree of freedom, the critical value is 5.991. Let's see, the degree of freedom is 2, the significance level is 5%, so value is 5.991, value is 5.991, and we are getting our value is 9.83. You can see you are getting 9.83 as your value, so your value is greater than the critical value. So because your value is greater than the critical value, it says that you can reject null hypothesis because the critical is higher than the obtained statistic. I think it's wrong, it's speaking wrong. We obtained 9.83, we obtained 9.83, which is greater than the critical value, that is 5.991. So how we can reject it? Our value is 9.83, which is greater than 5.991. Okay, so critical is lower than the obtained, so we are going to accept the null hypothesis. Okay, there is an issue. I think this notes has some issue, misinterpret karo usne. Okay, you can see the critical value is 5.991 and the value which we obtained is 9.837. So 9.837 is greater than 5.991. Okay, so we are going to accept the null hypothesis. That means there is a relationship between gender and the political party. Okay, people do decide, male or female, that to which political party they should vote. Okay, so there is a relationship. Okay, if your critical value comes greater than the calculated value, then in case null hypothesis would have been rejected. लेकिन अभी ऐसा हुआ नहीं, it didn't happen. Your critical value is 5.991 and the value which you obtained in your calculation is 9.837. So our value is greater than the critical, so we are in a confidence level. हम तो कॉन्फिडेंस में आ गए, सिग्निफिकेंस में थोड़ी ना, हम कॉन्फिडेंस में आ गए, और कॉन्फिडेंस में आ गए, that means that means your null hypothesis is accepted and there is a relationship between the gender and the political party. Okay. So both gender and political were categorical in nature. Okay. And and you might have been given a data set like this. Okay. Gender, political party, male, female, male, female, male, female, Republican, Democratic, something like that. On the behalf of this only, na, you have prepared a table. You have prepared a data set. Okay, that's what just seen above. This is the data set which has been prepared on the basis of the given. Okay, fine. And then once this table has been prepared, then you are applying your chi square test. And the first, okay, it's not having so many steps as unawarded. Okay, only few steps. First, you have defined the hypothesis. Second, you have calculated expected value. That's it. And expected value formula is row into column divided by total number of observations. बस यही है और कुछ भी नहीं. Okay, fine. So after calculating this thing, we found observed minus expected का whole square divided by expected, and we took the sum of it and check the sum, compare the sum, this value with the critical value. बस बात खत्म हुई और कुछ नहीं. Okay, fine. So a chi square test is used to examine whether the observed and expected are different or same. Okay, so we did work on categorical data. Chi square proved the most appropriate test for the categorical data. Okay, so that's why we apply. Remember, if you are having categorical data, you have been asked to perform a hypothesis testing over categorical data, then chi square is been applicable. Okay, fine. All right, all right. So chi square, she is like na, it's called a she. There is a symbol like x. इसको she बोलते हैं. वो x का एक symbol आता है. And इसका square, she square. That's what we call as a she square hypothesis testing. Okay, so we do apply it for independence or goodness of fit. Okay, and it is followed by real world observation. Very few real world observation. The objective of chi square is to test hypothesis, not to describe real world distribution. Okay, it is okay. Other again, the statement is repeated: normal, Poisson distribution, and all these things were there. But chi square is for categorical. तो मैं अभी I am not going to talk more about it. एंड ये फॉर्मूला आपको पता भी लगा दिया आपने. ओके, दिस इज पियर्सन शी स्क्वायर टेस्ट फॉर्मूला, ये भी लगा दिया आपने, कोई इशू नहीं. ओके, फाइन. और फिर क्या बोल रहा है ये? द शेप ऑफ द डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ग्राफ changes with the increase in the value of k or the degree of freedom. What is degree of freedom here? Degree of freedom is row minus 1 into column minus 1. This is degree of freedom here. And saying that the shape of the distribution will change as the degree of freedom change. When k is 1 or 2, the chi square is curve in shape. Okay, it's curve in shape like this. It's most likely towards the zero. That's what they are saying. Okay, तो ये theoretical concepts हैं. Fine. इतना ज़्यादा हमें ऐसे कोई we don't have to indulge too much into it. Okay, there are some concepts, there are some properties related to it. We should know where to apply. Apply कहाँ करना है, लगाना कहाँ है, ये important है. ठीक है. ऑल राइट. और वो कह रहा है इफ द डिग्री ऑफ फ्रीडम इज 3, तो वो इट्स समथिंग लाइक दैट, वो ऐसा कुछ बता रहा है प्रोबेबिलिटी और ये एक्स का. तो वो जो नॉर्मल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन वो जो बता रहा है वो इसके टर्म्स में बता रहा है, प्रोबेबिलिटी एंड द वैल्यू ऑफ एक्स के बीच में, लाइक दिस थिंग वेयर के इज द डिग्री ऑफ फ्रीडम. If the value of k or the degree of freedom is greater than the 2, the distribution curve is like a hump shape. That's what you are seeing, hump shape. Okay, fine. दिस इज हाउ इट लुक्स. सो 1 और 2 के लिए तो इट लुक लाइक दिस. फॉर ग्रेटर देन 2 इट लुक लाइक दिस. ऐसे दिखता है. ओके, फाइन. सो अभी जस्ट सॉल्व कर लिया एक प्रॉब्लम. वी डिड सॉल्व वन प्रॉब्लम. और प्रोबेबिलिटी की बात करी थी, पी, वो निकाल भी ली अपन ने. बोला कि पी जो है ये सिग्निफिकेंस है 5% से लेस देन ग्रेटर देन वाली बात है. ANOVA में भी also we did the same thing. Here also we are going to do the same thing. The probability is less than 5% or greater than 5%. P value or the probability value. So probability is the estimation of something that is more likely to happen. It is a possibility of an event or outcome to happen, to get happen. Okay. So statistics probability are related to each other. मतलब बहुत सारा जो टास्क है ना अपन मिलाकर कर रहे हैं. ओके, दो वी आर डूइंग द स्टैटिस्टिकल एनालिसिस, बट प्रोबेबिलिटी तो रहेगा ही रहेगा. ठीक है, तो आपने आपने नल हाइपोथेसिस क्या डिफाइन करी थी? अकॉर्डिंग टू द प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट यू हैव डिफाइंड अ नल हाइपोथेसिस दैट देयर इज नो रिलेशनशिप. अच्छा, अरे समझो बात को. वो उसने ऊपर क्या बोला? द रिजल्ट विच वी गॉट अबाउ is 9 greater than 5. Okay, 9 greater than 5. And null hypothesis says that there is no relationship between the gender and the political party. That's what null hypothesis says. There is no relationship between gender and political party. तो हमने मिस्टेक तो कर दी यार. क्या मिस्टेक कर दी अपन ने? नल हाइपोथेसिस ट्रू हो गई थी अपनी. Because 9 is greater than 5, so null hypothesis true. And null hypothesis true means the null hypothesis said that there is no relationship between gender and the political parties. So it was right. Okay, it was absolutely right. You can see above. यहाँ देखो आप. We got the answer as 9.837 and the critical value was 5.991. So critical is less. Critical is less. Okay, since the critical is less, so null hypothesis is accepted. Okay, if the critical is less, null hypothesis accepted. That means there is no relationship between the gender and the political party. So I think I mistakenly told that there is a relationship. मैं नल हाइपोथेसिस को रिमेंबर नहीं करा. नल हाइपोथेसिस थी आपकी that there is no relationship. There is no link between gender and the political party. That is null hypothesis. Alternate थी कि relationship है. तो व्हेन वी गॉट अवर वैल्यू ग्रेटर देन द क्रिटिकल वैल्यू, तो नल एक्सेप्ट हो गई ना उस केस में. मुझे लग रहा है नल एक्सेप्ट हो गई है. ओके, नल एक्सेप्टेड. फाइन. और नल एक्सेप्ट हो गई है तो देयर इज नो रिलेशनशिप. ओके, तो करेक्ट कर लेना. आई थिंक वो नल हाइपोथेसिस अभी मुझे याद आई. ओके, फाइन, ठीक है. तो भाई ये बात है. पी वैल्यू, प्रोबेबिलिटी वैल्यू. हाउ टू फाइंड द पी वैल्यू, प्रोबेबिलिटी. अब प्रोबेबिलिटी वैल्यू तो निकाल ही तो रहे थे हमने, तो एक्सपेक्टेड निकाला. ये तो फिर अपने वाली बात ही नहीं है ढंग की. कुछ समझ में आ जाए या कहीं कुछ बोलें. ओके, फाइंडिंग द पी वैल्यू. सी व्हाट वी कैलकुलेटेड इज ऑब्जर्व्ड एंड एक्सपेक्टेड. दैट्स व्हाट वी हैव कैलकुलेटेड. ओके, जो भी वैल्यू इन्हीं को मानो आप. तो अब ऑब्जर्व तो थी, एक्सपेक्टेड वी कैलकुलेटेड. एंड देन द नेक्स्ट व्हाट वी डिड इज वी अप्लाइड अ फॉर्मूला. ऑब्जर्व्ड माइनस एक्सपेक्टेड का होल स्क्वायर डिवाइडेड बाई एक्सपेक्टेड का समीशन. दैट्स व्हाट वी अप्लाइड द फॉर्मूला. ओके, फाइन, ये लगाया था और समीशन कर लिया था बाद में. हाँ ना, समीशन ऐड कर लिया था. And then performing the addition, after performing the addition, we find the degree of freedom. Okay, we found the degree of freedom, and with respect to the percentage significance level, we check the critical value. That's what we did. बस यही करा था. बाकी ये p वैल्यू फाइंडिंग फाइंडिंग ये तो ठीक है. वो आपने देख लिया है, वो क्या है, अल्फा लेवल यानी सिग्निफिकेंस लेवल ले लो और क्या है वो, तो ठीक है, खत्म बात, उसमें कुछ है नहीं। डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ शी स्क्वायर, तो शी स्क्वायर में गुडनेस ऑफ इट है और इंडिपेंडेंस है। दो प्रकार की बातें हैं, इंडिपेंडेंस एंड गुडनेस ऑफ इट। तो अभी तो हमने इंडिपेंडेंस वाला करा था। द example which we have seen is of independence. We were having two variable, one was gender, one was political party, and we were checking that gender is related to political party or not, and we gave a null hypothesis that gender is not related on political party, and we proved that also that it is true that gender is not related to the political party। तो हम तो कर दिया, अभी अपन ने ये प्रूव करा है अभी ऊपर। ठीक है, फाइन। सो शी स्क्वायर, if we multiply the degree of freedom by 2, we will receive the answer that is equal to the variance। अच्छा, तो 2 into degree of freedom is variance। okay, property है तो शी स्क्वायर। शी square curve approaches the data to the normal distribution of the degree of freedom increases, just only they told above। if the degree of freedom increases, the chi square curve tends towards the normal distribution। okay, on x-axis you are having like she, and y-axis you are having probability। ये होता है कुछ। तो व्हेन द डिग्री ऑफ फ्रीडम इंक्रीजेस तो वो नॉर्मल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन होगा। द मीन डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ ईच ऑफ द डिग्री ऑफ द नंबर ऑफ द डिग्री ऑफ फ्रीडम, मीन डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन इज इक्वल टू द नंबर ऑफ डिग्रीज ऑफ फ्रीडम। ठीक है भाई, ये प्रॉपर्टी है। ठीक है, लिमिटेशंस क्या है शी स्क्वायर का? देर आर टू लिमिटेशंस इन द शी स्क्वायर। शी स्क्वायर इज सेंसिटिव टू सैंपल साइज। okay, it is sensitive to the sample size। even insignificant relationship can appear statistically significant when a large enough sample is used। तो statistical significance can be impacted by the size of the data। okay, if the size is less, answer can be different, if the size is more, answer can be different। so dependent upon size, dependent on size of the data। ओके, वो कम पे कुछ और हो सकता है, और मतलब कम पे हो सकता है नल हाइपोथेसिस एक्सेप्ट हो गई, और ज्यादा सैंपल हो गया तो हो सकता है अल्टरनेट एक्सेप्ट हो गई। ओके, सो इट इज डिपेंडेंट अपॉन द साइज ऑफ द डेटा। ओके, फाइन। तो एक तो ये इशू है। दूसरा है कि इट कैन ओनली डिटरमाइन वेदर द टू वेरिएबल्स आर रिलेटेड और नॉट। it does not necessarily follow that one variable has a casual relationship with the other। it would require more detail। तो कैजुअल रिलेशनशिप वाली कोई बात नहीं है। ओके, बस वो ये बता रहा है कि दीज टू वेरिएबल्स आर डिपेंडेंट और नॉट। ओके, बाकी कुछ करना है तो और ज्यादा डिटेल एनालिसिस करना पड़ेगा। ओके, फिर और ज्यादा एनालिसिस करना पड़ेगा। और गुडनेस ऑफ इट में क्या था? in good when there is only one categorical variable, the chi square goodness of fit is used। जब एक ही वेरिएबल होगा तो गुडनेस ऑफ फिट लगाया जाएगा। अभी तो दो वेरिएबल थे तो इंडिपेंडेंस देखा हमने। if there is only one variable, then goodness of fitness is applied। and the frequency distribution of the categorical variable is evaluated। ठीक है, तो फ्रीक्वेंसी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन देखते हैं, उसका इवेल्युएशन होता है। ये गुडनेस ऑफ फिट के अंदर करते हैं शी स्क्वायर में। सो अल्टीमेटली ये तो बाकी और कुछ है नहीं। okay, ultimately in case of chi square we focus upon independence of two variables। okay, that is one of the type of chi square test। okay, and we calculated expected value, and then we did some calculation। okay, and we got a particular value based upon a calculation। then according to the degree of freedom, according to the significance value, I checked the table, I got critical value, I compared critical value with the value which I calculated, our value was more than the critical value, null hypothesis accepted। if it would have been less than null hypothesis rejected, then alternate will be accepted। बात खत्म। तो कैटेगरिकल के लिए काम कर रहे हैं, कैटेगरिकल के लिए। तो when you are having a categorical variable, apply chi square, that's it। when you are having numerical features, apply ANOVA। दैट्स इट। ये टेस्ट है, ये शी स्क्वायर है। ठीक है, तो ध्यान दीजिएगा, हो सकता है कहीं वो वर्ड में वो लाइक सेंटेंस जो नल हाइपोथेसिस क्या थी वो मिस हो गया हो। ओके, तो फिर मुझे अचानक से याद आया, अरे यार नल हाइपोथेसिस में दे मेंशन कि ये तो इंडिपेंडेंट हैं दोनों, द जेंडर एंड द पॉलिटिकल पार्टी आर इंडिपेंडेंट। इन नल हाइपोथेसिस दैट इज द स्टेटमेंट रिटन, तो हमारी तो नल एक्सेप्ट हो रही थी। ठीक है, तो इंडिपेंडेंट है। ओके, सो दिस इज शी स्क्वायर। All right, now the point which is left at my end is ANOVA code, okay, and she square code, Python code। ये मेरे को बताना है, तो मैं बता दूंगा। ANOVA एंड शी स्क्वायर टेस्ट अप्लाई कैसे करना है, डेटा कैसे, अभी तो न्यूमेरिकल तो देख लिया आपने, कोई टफ नहीं था, ANOVA का भी टफ नहीं था। ओके, ANOVA एंड शी स्क्वायर बोथ न्यूमेरिकल यू हैव सीन, ये न्यूमेरिकल कर तो लिया अभी। ओके, दैट्स व्हाट वी हैव टू डू, नथिंग एल्स। ये कर लिया न्यूमेरिकल on chi square. Yesterday we did a numerical on ANOVA. ओके, बस यही करना है। कोडिंग में कैसे लेकर आना है बता दूंगा। ओके, चलिए ठीक है।